Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to an episode of Moonbreaker. We've finally made it into the early access, so the playtests are over. It may seem like it's only been 24 hours since my last video came up, but for me it's been a couple of weeks, so I've been dying to get back on. I've really wanted to have another go. And I thought for the very first episode, what I'd look at is something that loads of people have been asking about, both on the Reddit, the Discord, everywhere I've seen it, and that is about the economy and seeing how it works. So I wanted to just give it a quick rundown as to what you get and basically look at, is buying the game worth it? So there's been a lot of discussion around whether or not the game being a pay-to-play game, as whether or not it functions like a free-to-play game. So people have been saying, are the microtransactions prohibitive? Is it going to feel like you're buying a game and then still have to buy all the bits to play with it? And I completely understand where all these are coming from. I don't know the answer myself, so I figured let's have a look and see what we can put together. There is one bit of information that's going to be missing from this video, and that is going to be the rewards from the contracts for the cargo run. So that's going to be coming up shortly afterwards. We'll see what the rewards look like, and that's going to be a way of getting continued income as well. So the first thing I want to point out is that I have bought the Founders Pack, so I have got a little bit more available than other people, but to the best of my knowledge, everyone starts with 10 boosters, and up here we've got 1,700 blanks. 1,000 of those I got from the Founders Pack. However, when you first log in, on the right hand side, just about here, there'll be a series of little, quick introductory things to earn yourself some credits, some blanks. So, I've gone through all of those already. They weren't anything that we haven't seen before in the earlier videos. They're the same as the ones in the playtest. So we had things like join the Discord, we had paint a model, watch the tutorial videos, play versus AI, play versus a player, that sort of thing. So I've gone through all of those, and that got us 700 blanks as well. So now, the other thing to look at first is what you get when you buy the game. So, one thing I'm not quite sure about yet, but I do need to check. When you go into the store, I had both Astra and Zakshakar able to be claimed, so I need to check whether that is with the Founders Pack or whether that's just with the base game. Either way, it just came up with a claim button, just like the cargo run contract here. And as it stands at the moment, you can claim one cargo run every single day. So I'm going to click the claim button here. We've done so yesterday. We start with 15. I've done an extra one yesterday just when I logged in to do the sort of admin side of things, and you can see we've now gone up to 17. So here's the timer, lets us know what it is. We've got the little price down below, so 80 blanks or 25 pulsars, which is the paid currency, and the blanks are the in-game currency. And what I'll do is have a quick look through here as well. So with the currency from the Founders Pack, we can afford the 5 booster pack, which is a little bit better value than some of the others. So essentially we can afford 6 boosters and have a couple left over, which seems reasonable. The bit that I'm most interested in seeing is actually here, is that it's only 100 blanks for a booster. So we start with 10, and you get an extra 7 available anyway, and I believe there's a track so that every 20-something boosters you open, you get a legendary reward. So one of the things that's different in this game is the legendary rewards are not, they don't affect the gameplay mechanics, it just affects some graphics, some animations for some of the models. So it only ever is, a beneficial, it's not ever a beneficial thing, it's only ever a cosmetic thing that you're going to be unlocking, other than just unlocking the characters themselves. So obviously we've got the captains here, it shows that we own all of them, and so we can purchase them, and then the pulsars here, so $4.99 for 75. I tend to look at sort of the middle two, because not many people tend to go over the big packs in these things. A lot of people just do the smaller transactions if they're looking at it. So for $9.99, 160 pulsars. If we look at the boosters here, that's 5 boosters. So basically it's £2 per booster, and if I remember rightly, each one you get 3 characters in. So that doesn't seem unreasonable. The characters can be duplicates, but then the credits go to, the duplicates go towards merits, and that lets us know how to unlock things. So that's something we're going to be looking at in this. Hopefully we'll get some duplicates, as much as we don't want them. We'd like to see, how the merit system works as well. If we need to, we'll spend blanks on extra boosters and maybe the pulsars as well, just to try and test out this system as well. So collect and paint. We've got the units here, but we also got unowned units. So if we click on these here, it shows it costs 50, what was it called again? 50 merits, there we go, to unlock most of these characters. So I'm going to check to see if there's any sort of differences between them. I'm imagining captains might be different, but so there's no differences on any of these. They're all 50. There's no rarity system in place. I quite like that. It probably, is something that might happen in the future, but that's absolutely fine by me. So, as a former Magic the Gathering player, as a former Hearthstone Arena Run player, a draft player in Magic, I love opening boosters, and everyone knows that it can be a problematic thing. So one of the things I'm hoping is that from the sort of the dev discussions initially, it sounds like this is going to be a much more forgiving system. It's not going to be buy hundreds of boosters to get the one thing that you want. If you're going after it for cosmetics, fine, but that shouldn't be the aim of it as far as I'm aware. I think the intention, they said, was for everyone to have fairly easy access to most of the models as long as they're playing a reasonable amount. And they said with the Founders Pack we should be able to get most of it. So mine cost me around £45, so I think it said it was like $30 and $25 for the base game and the Founders Pack. So let's have a look. We'll go to the store, and there's a button here for open boosters. I'm really hoping these have good animations. I also hope you get to open them one at a time. Ah, there we go. Every 20 boosters you're guaranteed a legendary. So let's open our first one. I mean, I'm already in love with the animation. A satisfying booster animation is something you want. Oh wow. So we just got 3 common crew, which is fine. 2 of them were duplicates. But that's 10 merits each, so you only need 5 duplicates to actually get a whole new unit. That's not bad at all. I'm not unconvinced here. We'll see how much of the crew we end up opening up. In fact, what I should do actually, before we carry on, is quickly look at the units we do own. So we just unlocked Taria Arsenal. So we started with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, including the captains. So it's Extilior, Zaxtrikar and Astra. And so we had, yeah, so we 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Miscounted there. So we had 11 models here at the moment, so basically we had 10 to start with, which is what you need for a crew. So it's just everything you need to start a crew. One of the other things I should point out as well, actually, that I've already done yesterday. So here is the default Astra skin that you get for just playing the game on, I think it's called Ferg, which is an amazing thing. But just to show off a little bit at the beginning, this is the one you get for the Founders Pack. I'll be honest, I love the look of that robot. That is a gorgeous thing. And we've got, I think these look like mini Fergs. So they've got mini frogs there as well, so she's not forgotten them. So yeah, that's just a nice little touch. Anyway, let's go back to opening boosters and see what we get from here. I'm going to enjoy every one of these animations, I'll be honest. I'm really happy, like, 5 duplicates to pick any model you want isn't bad. So what have we got here? Okay, so the upgrades don't count as duplicates, but that's fine. So we've got an upgrade on Toxoid. Toxoid's quite a cool one, and we've got 2 entirely new characters. I'm really curious as to how close we'll be to having the full roster once we've spent, you know, all of the in-game currency that we've got. So let's see, we have, again, 2 entirely new crew. And Toxoid got upgraded again to rare, so that's going to have even cooler animations. I mean, that now makes me want to run Toxoid and things, which I suppose is the intention. Also, I like the icons so far. They look pretty satisfying, like you can tell the rarity from looking at them. So we've got 6 left after this one. I do like these little icons. I kind of wish it had like a sort of a more sort of a hint as to what you're going to be getting. There we go. So we've got another duplicate there, but we picked up 2 new crew as well. I think Deadeye is the one that's got these little sort of, I don't even know how to describe, like monkey turtles without a shell. They look quite cool, I like them. And then Beatrice Enforcer. So this so far seems fairly recent. Like, I've only bought the Founders Pack, and I feel like I'm going to have at least half, if not more, of the characters early on. Okay, so you can just unlock characters at new rarities, because Aria's an upgrade, so Aria's gone to uncommon from common, but Ursix Scattervine we've just unlocked at uncommon. So that's amazing. And then Drum Dancer Talali, which I can't remember what she does, but I love that model. Just riding a drum is a hell of a way to go into battle. So we haven't got enough for unlocking someone yet, but I think we won't be far. I'm going to be probably spending some more here, see what we get. Yeah, so here we just got 3 new crew. There's no duplicates here whatsoever. So Crosshair, Sentinel, and Antios Gauntlet. So Antios Gauntlet was the first strike melee one. Sentinel was the flechette launcher, I believe, and I think Crosshair is the one that gets crits if they haven't moved. So what I'm going to do is, after I've used these free boosters, just the initial 10, because this is what everyone gets for buying the game, I want to see where we stand. So we haven't used any of the Founders Pack currency. Again, so that's our 3rd Fate Twister, I think, maybe 4th in fact. But that puts us 1 away from unlocking any character we want. We've unlocked Shrapnel and we've upgraded the Sentinel. I'm really curious to see if we get a legendary sooner than the 20 count. I'd love to see some of the higher rarities in here. Okay, so we've got a duplicate shrapnel, so that takes us up to be able to actually have that, to have a duplicate available. Peacemaker Balam, I believe, is one of the ones that just stuns someone every turn, which for just some Cinder, which is amazing. Mekwani Thicket, we tried to use a few times, didn't get much use out of it, but it's a very cool unit. Let's see what we get here. Okay, we have got... Okay, here we go. So we get... obviously, duplicate's going to be more frequent the further on we go, but we're still unlocking new characters, Torian Guardian, and a couple more sets of merits there as well. Again, I just kind of wish this had a hint as to, like, what was coming. So, like, in things like... I used to play Dokkan Battle on mobile, and there's a few different animations and things that give you a hint as to what's going to be coming up. I'm really glad we've got Maximus. I really enjoy playing with Maximus. And a couple more as well. So, that's our boosters. So it obviously gives you the option to buy more. They're a business, but that's fine. Collect and paint. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 new units out of that, I believe that is. That's really good for just having started out. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So it only leaves us 12 we don't actually unlock. We've already got one of them guaranteed to be able to be unlocked anyway. So realistically there's only 11 that we can't get. Looking at these and to sort of who I'd be picking here, there's actually quite a few of my favourites in here, which is kind of frustrating. Well, no, not frustrated. I don't even feel vaguely frustrated, but it's kind of like, I know I'm going to want these. Switchback I love. Toda Mystic Manteo seems really fun. I've enjoyed playing with Chuck & Co. And then Stitchy McPatchy as well. So the others I'm not as worried about. There's like Amplified Vital I like a lot, things like that, but mostly happy with what we've got there. So the next thing I'm going to do is look at spending just the 700 credits that we got for playing through the tutorial missions and going through all the little extras there. So we can buy a cargo run contract if we want to. At the moment we're not lacking in those. This may be something I'll look at later and think, oh, I wish I'd done that, but for the purpose of the video, let's just buy 7 more boosters. Now, do they... Okay, so it would be nice if you could buy more than one at once, I'll be honest. That would be a lot more accessible. There, at the moment, aren't any deals on buying the boosters in bulk with blanks, but again, that's not always something you get when it's the free currency. So let's open 7 more boosters. So at each point we can basically see, where we'd be standing after each, whatever you purchased in the game. So we've got 2 more duplicates, that puts us up to 2. We've got Switchback, which is good. Switchback is one of the models that I really wanted to get hold of. And come on. What do we got? Toda Mystic Manteo, Chuck & Co. I like it that I've already got things that I want to open up. I can't remember what Nekahol does, although it's similar to my name. Do you know what would be nice here, actually, is the option of clicking on it to see what the models do. So, when you can, like, a lot of things, you click on it straight away, see what the rules are. I wouldn't mind being able to do that here, so that's something I might feed back to the devs, but that would be quite satisfying. Again, still getting new crew, though. So, before this we had 12 left to unlock. Let's see what we get. Ooh, got an upgrade to Rare for Savria. I believe Savria is the one that gives people minuses to be hit from a distance. I also saw one of the dev streams the other day where they're talking about Furia having the ability to just sit at the back line, keep her safe for the game, and then turn up and one-shot someone, and giving her the ability to never miss with one of the Cholek people. Okay, so this is like a perfect balance here. We've got Chuck & Co, which is another model that we wanted. We've got an upgrade on Talali, and we also got a duplicate unit on the Sentinel. So that's taken us up to 3 unlockable characters, just for whatever we want. We've picked up another one here. We've still got 3 boosters left. So the economy to me so far, at least getting into the game initially, you're getting almost everything the game has to offer before you spend anything over the actual purchase cost of the game. I mean, I haven't used any of the Founders Pack benefits yet. I've left all the blanks that we had there. I've left the Pulsars alone. I'm glad we had Snailing already. We've got Esley, so that's another crew member. And we've got one last one to open here. So we can unlock 4 now. So I really think we're going to be almost there. Like, I might not even have to spend all of my resources. I might get to save them for things. We've got Axel Pyro, so I have enjoyed Axel Pyro in a couple of lists. Not one of my favourites, but absolutely reasonable. Okay, so We're 3 boosters away from a legendary, that's fine. What I'm curious about is sort of the exchange rate between pulsars for boosters and pulsars for cargo run contracts. 25 and 80, 30 and 100, so it's really not that different. I was thinking, you know, is it better value to use one or the other? So, to look at now, is look at our units. So we've got 2, 4, 6... Oh, does this actually just show upgrades as well? I think, yeah, this shows upgrades. Oh no, we haven't clicked on them, that's why. So, our unknown units, we unlocked another 5 units in that whatsoever. We've got 4 that we can purchase. So realistically, having only bought the base game, I've got access to every character bar 3, and I can pick out of these which 3 I want to leave behind. So for me personally, I'd be picking up Toner Mystic Manteo, probably Amplifier Bytol, and Stitchy McPatchy, because I feel like those are going to be quite core things for what I like to do. Broken Vengeance seems good, I like him, but I'm not too worried. Rickety Backfire seems amazing. Wait, okay, I just said amazing, I meant terrible. I literally just came out with exactly the wrong thing. I've played with him once, he's killed himself as often as he's done damage to other people. He hits hard, but I don't think it's worth it. And then Defense Dome's good. I can't remember what the Bulwark does. Oh, it's literally you can keep moving it until you shoot, and then it's just a turret. That's fine. And then Defense Dome was just, yeah, reducing damage. Okay, I mean, I feel really good about that. I am still going to use a bunch more blanks to open up and a few more boosters, because I want to see if we can get to the rarity. So what I'm going to do, sorry, the legendary. Initially, I'm just going to buy 3, because that, I believe, gets us to the guaranteed legendary on there. And I want to try and save as much of these as possible. If I don't need to, there's no point. Yeah, so 3 should get us to the legendary. So at this point here, this is the first things that I'm spending out of my own, you know, out of the Founders Pack. This is the only thing you won't get in the base game so far, is these 3. So, we've got 2 upgrades and duplicate. That's fine. Basically, what we'd like out of these 3 is 1 new unit. That would be perfect. And then 1 more merit. And then I think we're down to 1 character we don't have access to. So, as an upgrade. So we might not get it. We might be still missing 2 characters at the end of this. Let's see what we get here. And this should be our legendary. So, come on. Give us something cool. Unless we have to buy 1 more. No, we have to buy 1 more, because it's after 20. So our next one is guaranteed a legendary. Right, okay. So maybe that could be a little bit clearer, but that's absolutely fine by me. We are 1 off, so just to double check before we go in. Unowned units. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we've got 290, so we are 1 duplicate unit off of basically 6 of these. So essentially, if we get any of these in our last pack and 1 duplicate, we've got the entire game, and it has cost us a total of 400 blanks. Which, let's see what. So it'd be, in fact, it would be 4 boosters. So that would be 120 of those. So for £10, I could have basically had the entire thing. We'll see if it's quite right. And again, this isn't even counting the rewards from cargo runs and things like that. In a moment, we'll look at the season track and see the things in there, because that's obviously free as well. Okay, so, oh wow, the legendary we got was actually a new unit as well. Amazing. Oh, that's excellent. So we got a new unit, we got a duplicate, and we got a rarity upgrade, and the new unit we got was legendary. I do think it could do with maybe a little bit more of a dramatic animation, but I'm still happy with that. Seeing sort of the golden, gotta be careful with my terminology, the golden particles falling around me, and that icon just looks fantastic. So, 300 merits, go back to our collection, unowned units, 300 merits lets us unlock 6 characters, so we've literally got the ability to unlock every character in the game. It's cost us 400 blanks over what you get in the base game. So what I'm going to do before any of that, just the last thing we'll do before looking at the economy and sort of like calling it a day on that front, is look at the season track. So, we know the season track has some rewards in it. These are, as far as I'm aware, they're all free. It's not like a battle pass, you don't have to buy it, you just get these each season, and it's nice little rewards. So, this is 500 blanks at level 3? Really? Well, that's it then. So this here, the progress I've made here, 180 out of 250. I played one AI game and one PvP game to get to this point. So I think most of that even just came from the PvP. So in like a day of playing, you've got 500. I was honestly expecting that to be 100, maybe 50. And so if you've got the similar luck to me, which I don't think I didn't feel too lucky, I felt reasonable, didn't feel broken, I've still got a bunch of characters I need to use merits on. Okay, are there any more? There's another 500 there. There's another 500 there. Another 500 there. Another, so that's 2,500, 3,000. And then, so there's boosters as well, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you complete this battle pass as well, you've unlocked everything without even needing to spend a single penny further. Yeah, to anyone that was worried about the economy, I'm really happy with that. I've not spent any of my premium currency. I've not spent more blanks than I could have earned in literally a couple of days, or a couple of games getting to here. And I've got all of my contracts left. So, honestly, what I'm probably going to do, I might consider looking at upgrading some rarities. I believe, actually, if you go onto some of your favourite characters, so pick one. I'm going to get rid of all these off video, off screen. So if I pick Snareling, we've got the rarities, haven't we? Yeah, so you can use, once you've unlocked all the characters, you can use loads of merits. Oh no, that's not the actual cost, is it? So, is this upgrade? Yeah, so you can, that's why, so it's really cheap to unlock characters. It's only 50, but then you can use merits in increasing amounts to upgrade them to different tiers. Oh, that's amazing. So, I still think for now I'm going to hold off, see what I like, see what I get in boosters, that sort of thing, figure out the economy of the cargo run in one of the next videos, work out, you know, how efficient that is. Do I want to save my blanks for that? Am I working to that front? But honestly, if you play a few games to get to this point in the season track, and obviously you might be more lucky than me, you might be less lucky than me, but I've only spent 400 blanks of my Founders Pack, so literally what you can get in 3 days, and I've unlocked every character in the game. That, as far as I'm concerned, no predatory economy here whatsoever. This is exactly what the devs said it would be. I'm really impressed. I think I'm going to probably wait on unlocking some of the units because I don't know if I even need them for now. If I'm going to be doing cargo run initially, and if I get a bit further on, get some good rewards, maybe I unlock them without having to spend the blanks. But honestly, I'm really, really impressed. So I'm really keen to get into this game. I hope you guys are as well. I'm really glad to have been able to record this video, and more than anything, I'm glad that it hasn't been soul crushing. You know, I can imagine some predatory developers coming in and saying like, "Oh yeah, you get 10 blanks per certain mission that you complete on a daily basis," or something like that. So every 10 days you get one booster. We've literally unlocked every character. I'm going to be able to play whatever I want. I'm really, really keen for it. I've not even made it onto the season track. We've not even looked at the cosmetic rewards. Yeah, this isn't a predatory economy at all. This is a really, really player-friendly approach. And like I said, if you play a little bit, you should have access to almost the entire game. It's only if you don't play that you'd need to put any money into this whatsoever, as it stands at the moment, to unlock the characters. I don't know what the pricing is going to be for new captains, new characters, but it sounds like it might even be the same from some of the streams that I've seen. So honestly, I couldn't be happier. I want to thank you all for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. Hit the like and subscribe button. We're going to be bringing out a lot more Moonbreaker videos coming up. I really appreciate your time, and have a good day.